Warriors. We made it the first week of school. It's Friday. Way to go, guys. Please join me in the pledge to the Bible. I pledge allegiance to the Bible, God's holy word. I will make it a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. I will hide its words in my heart, that I might not sin against God. Join me in the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We've been working through our catechism questions. Let's see how we're doing on a Friday. The first one is, who made me?
God made me.
The second one is, what else did God make?
God made all things.
So what is the chief end of man? To glorify God and enjoy him forever. Good. And then yesterday we worked on a tricky one. So it's boys first, girls first, and everyone. 1 John 4:19, boys. We love him. Girls. Because he first loved us. Everybody. 1 John 4:19. Let's try that all together, or let's try it again. 1 John 4:19, boys. Girls. Everybody? 1 John 4:19. Good. So one of the ones that we're going to add today, and I know you've been working on this as a class, so some of our sound-offs are school procedures, things that we do in school that help remind us about how to follow the rules at school. One of the important ones is that we learn order and discipline by having straight lines. To remind us of that, is I say lines, and you say sprint, straight, silent, and then we clap. All right, so lines, and it'll be sprint, straight, silent, 1, 2, 3, with our claps. So let's try it. Ready? Lines?
Sprint, straight, silent.
Very good. Now, let's go through that. What does all that mean? So when your teacher asks you to line up, the first thing we do is sprint, and not sometimes in the playground, it's acceptable to sprint. Now, do we sprint in your classroom? Unless it's emergency, no. But it just means right away, right? Right away. Not when I want to or after I pick up my stuff. When the teacher says lines, immediately go there. We sprint. That's a reminder of that. Straight is exactly like that. I should be, when the teacher looks down my row, there should just be one head that she sees, right? It shouldn't be this little like kids all over kind of thing. So we learn order through that. And then silent is exactly like that. Our mouth is closed and we're eyes forward, hands to ourselves. So that's a reminder of how we when the teacher asks you to get lines, whether it's out at recess, which I know is hard to get off recess and to line up, or whether it's in the classroom, when the teacher asks for lines, it's sprint, straight, silent. Okay? We've been talking this week about the two greatest commandments, loving God first, and then loving others. Yesterday we talked about one of the big questions, and it was even asked of Jesus, who is my neighbor? And Jesus had a very interesting answer. In fact, it was an answer that no one expected. His answer was a story, and that story was of the Good Samaritan. Now, if you were a Jewish person at that time, a Samaritan was one group of people that you despised and hated. You wanted nothing to do with. And Jesus said, there's your neighbor. The reason why Jesus is telling us that is God purposely puts people in our lives, whether it's in your class or church Sunday school, but God purposely puts people in our lives to teach us how to love. It would be great if my class was full of my best friends, but that doesn't always happen. We are called to love each and every person here in my class and here at my school. Why does God do that? Why doesn't he just fill my class full of my best friends, people who act like me, people who talk like me, people who look like me? Why does he put in people that are different in my life? Well, he's teaching you a lesson, and that lesson is to love. And love always sacrifices for the other person. So I'm always looking for ways to sacrifice and serve other people and not put my interests above theirs. So as you think about your classmates and your class, and even, believe it or not, your teacher is your neighbor too, and you're called to love her. When God brings those people into our lives, he's teaching us how to love. Now, we are also, even if there's someone I don't get along with, who maybe even goes so far as my enemy, somebody who I have a really hard time getting along with, do I get to not love them? Well, Jesus had an answer for that too. He said, love your enemies even. So even people I don't get along with, God has put those in my life to teach me a lesson, and that lesson is to love. How do we know that? It's in the Bible with the wonderful words of life. So we'll sing that song.
Sing them over again to me, wonderful words of life. Let me more of their beauty see, wonderful words of life. Words of life and beauty, teach me faith and duty. Beautiful words, wonderful words, wonderful words of life. Beautiful words, wonderful words, wonderful words of life. Christ the Blessed One gives to all wonderful words of life. Sinner, list to the loving call, wonderful words of life. All so freely given, wooing us to heaven. Beautiful words, wonderful words, wonderful words of life. Beautiful words, wonderful words, wonderful words of life. Sweetly echo the gospel call, wonderful words of life. Offer pardon and peace to all, wonderful words of life. Jesus, only Savior, sanctify forever. Beautiful words, wonderful words, wonderful words of life. Beautiful words, wonderful words, wonderful words of life.
So today, if your teacher says lines, what are we going to do? Sprint, straight, silent. And it's Friday. So on Friday, we finish. Finish. The Lord be with you.